Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nordic Masters. We're into the second map of this best of three between RCTIC Esports and Torpedo. Torpedo, winning the ninth round, have gone to pick the T side, which is an interesting choice. But although Torpedo are a very T-sided team at times, so you've got to understand it. And off we go, straight into the pistol. 4 armor buys are going to be on the side of Torpedo, 2 on RCTIC, as well as plenty of nades and a CZ75 on Saw. He's throwing a deep smoke. He's actually pushed very aggressively up towards mid. If only had a teammate to boost him, that would be interesting, but still. Torpedo just setting up defaults, just waiting for the aggression from RCTIC.
And this is once again a little bit of the copy from training that we saw as well. You know, you're waiting for your enemies to make those first mistakes. Obviously, this is only the pistol, so there's not much things to analyze from your enemies in this round. Then again, you might tend to see individual things that are important to spot out early into the game. Now, Darty tries to spot people out, and they try to get that info. Now, they know that at least one is on that B side. They can play that as their output, but obviously, they don't know who's on the A side, who's in mid, who's in connector, and all these areas. So very slow play going on, and RCTIC as well. I mean, they're playing very passively, knowing that if we push first, then obviously they're going to be behind the walls of these maps.
Oh, but Torpedo, they're going to be pushing all 5 players straight onto the A side. 1 player, Atta in Squeaky, 4 in main. It's just going to be Sagatron and Zorij to hold this down. Flashes go out, pop flashes, smokes, and everything. The whole mix, and Zori's going to be taken down instantly from Atta. Atta going large. He's going to pick up a double kill, going for the triple as well, getting a lot of damage onto Twister. Still not finding the frag. He's going to grab a USB instead and land that headshot. And Atta, he's going for the ace already. He's landing 4 frags. Decent's going to be challenging 7, but they want to let Atta pick up the ace. He's going to be peeking. He will go down to 7, but still Atta picking up that 4K. What an incredible start for Torpedo. 7. Surely there's no way he's going to be able to retake this. There's such little time left and absolutely no kit on him. This is going to be very difficult, but he's pushing into the site nevertheless, and Decent will finish him off there. So Atta, that was disgusting.
That was nasty. That was nasty. Just went wild with that. The funny thing here is he picked up a USP so quickly, and before he even had to reload that, he just started firing like crazy. That's that 1 by 1. 1-0, and Torpedo, you know, very lucky to have Adder on their team right there. And what RCTIC did as well. I mean, you know, I feel like RCTIC had a great chance there, but Adder just had a manslaughter.
Came out of nowhere, yeah. Absolutely dominated there, but very good play there to Atta, and we're going to see RCTIC buy up from it. Oh, sorry, Torpedo buy up from it. 5 rifles here, no SMGs. They're not messing around, Torpedo. They're really committing to this buy right now. But only pistols coming out from RCTIC. They're not going to force buy, just saving a bit of money for the orb, of course, which they're going to be buying up very shortly. And I think Saw's actually dropped a couple of these pistols because he doesn't have any money at all. Oh no, sorry, he didn't. He just doesn't have any money. Everyone else got kills, I assume. No, he didn't. What am I chatting? Anyway, Torpedo, 5 rifles, obviously. Plenty of nades to work with. And time ticking away, so they're just going to be waiting to converge onto a site here. But the A site is actually very stacked here from the CTs. 3 players over towards it. They've also got Saw, who's over towards mid, who can easily rotate towards A if need be. And just 1 player over towards B, which is going to be 7.
Very slow play coming up here for Torpedo. Eventually we'll be going in for small peeks here and there, as Adder is actually boosted up on middle to see if there's anyone close range to clean this area and make sure his mates can move pretty quietly and lightly through there. Mally as well with the AK-47 coming in through main to see if there's anyone here. Now RCTIC's got a good stack on this A side. I'm telling you right now, Mally doesn't want to face these guys on his own, but he goes out, and you know, if he could get one, that would be worth it. But Sagatron picks up that AK-47 from it eventually, I believe. And yeah, X7 delivers as well. I mean, Downey goes down, so they buy a lot of time with that kill. I've got to tell you that. Decent will be replying instantly, though, and they will be going in for that early plan. Saw, though, is coming up. He does not hesitate until now that smoke lands just in front of him. Adder goes in for another one. Sagatron falls down. That AK is still in the hands of Twista. He makes another kill happen. Adder falls down. 2-on-2 situation. Remember, RCTIC did not invest a single dollar almost into this round. Darty left alone here, and he makes that happen. 3 kills for him in this round, and he actually saves that round in the end. I've got to say that AK-47 could have been really dangerous if Twista got up close.
Yeah, but regardless, RCTIC did so much damage. Obviously, 3 kills on almost, as you said, almost a full eco. They only had P250s, CZs, and 5.7s. Basically nothing invested into that round. And they're going to do the same again. Barely any money into this one. A Deagle on 7, rest of them just with P250s, and sorry, just not even buying. Same for this AWP, full eco, just a USB on him. And a flash on Sagatron as well. So Torpedo, very good buy. Melee and Atta both have Mac 10s here to pick up some anti-eco damage. They're just going to be getting these $600 kills. And there we go, Twister is instantly going to open up the round for the CTs, taking down Melee here. So Atta has to hurry up and get that refrag over towards B as we see some aggression coming out from 7, just pushed all the way up.
Torpedo just playing this very, very safe play. They don't want to make any mistakes here, knowing that we've already lost Melee and they're down a pistol. So it's not the brightest idea to go very offensive on this one. Saw has the info right there. They were stepping after all, so now that they know, Regis actually gonna go in for that very offensive peek on a long range distance, still with that USP, so not too much of a chance to pick anyone up, but potentially dink someone down to a lower amount of HP. Combination, Saw actually could have gone in for a peek right there and get the kill, but didn't really happen. It's all a dream. X7 though goes in for Ada right there, and it makes it a 3-on-5 situation. Remember, RCTIC, look at what they got. They've only got very, very low amounts of money invested into this round. 2.3K is not, it's not really what's preferable here, and they still get these 2 kills. So Downey, nasty frag.
Sagatron's just going to run into that full flash. It's lovely shot by Twister. He will pick up one, but decent with a quick trade. And it's all on 7 now, just a 1 versus 2. No reason to save, obviously. Yeah. He's only got a Deagle on a Mac 10, so he may as well run in and see if he can do some damage here with this Deagle, which he's going to try and start doing. Flash goes out though, perfect aim. And that flashbang, he's going to do a bit of damage onto Downey, but at the end of the day, this round should be going to Torpedo with serious ease here. 7 just running around the corner. He picks up a Deagle shot onto DC. He's going to tap the bomb. I'm not sure if he's going to stick this one. No kit. Surely he can't stick this one. Downey's just going to come from behind and he will take him down. I think if he hadn't stuck that, 7 could have probably taken that round. But that was a hard call to make, to stick that. You got to have balls to stick a 10-second plant with nothing to cover you.
Yeah. Still, that Deagle shot could have made so much more of a difference if you actually hit the first one in the head.
Oh yeah.
But 3-0, and Torpedo, they're in the lead here. They're playing the T side, and what's funny here, they actually decided they wanted to play the T side this time, knowing that the T side on train worked a bit better than the CP side, so maybe we'll just go with this.
Yeah, of course, Torpedo. This is their map pick.
Yeah.
We did confirm, which we assumed at the beginning. I would say this is a good map for Torpedo. So we assumed this is going to be their map pick, obviously. But they did pick the T side, obviously being a very strong T-sided team on maps like Cash and maps like Dust 2 and stuff. So Torpedo, obviously in the lead at the moment. We're going to see an AWP on Zori there. So Melee is not one to pick at the York just yet. He hasn't quite got enough economy for that, but they still got these rifles, which are more than effective getting into sights. Not Dick. Just holding battle at the moment. Still haven't lost a single player yet. And 7 is going to be the first to find a challenge. Downey peeking slowly towards B, but Saw meanwhile going to get that nade kill over onto Melee.
Still a 4-on-5 situation, and Mel as he's down, it's going to get a bit harder here for Torpedo to get through. Then again, RCTIC, they've had advantages before, obviously this time with heavier equipment, so it could be easier for them. Let's see how this ends. Saw, he doesn't want to go in for that peek. I was waiting for that moment to come, but no, Adder is still safe where he is, and Sagarton is the one to peek towards Highway instead if there's anyone coming up towards the A side. And I feel like this is a good move. Actually, Sarich actually finishes off Darty, dropping the bomb as well. I think that is, decent. It's right in front of Decent, actually. If he could just peek out really quickly to get that bomb. Sarich is not going to allow him to. Sagarton with the kill on Highway as well, and they just demolish these guys. Downey is left alone in a 1-on-5, and he has to ace this to win the round for the team. He goes in for the first, though, and this, I'm saying this ain't impossible, but it's very, very unlikely. Downey will be going in for another one. Make that a second, third. Oh my God, Downey! You've got to be kidding me! That just doesn't happen every day. The time was ticking though, and with 4 kills, he actually picks up that bomb. Didn't have the time to go for the plan. Oh my God, that's so ridiculous. That just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen.
My headdress just fell off my chair. Downey, that was absolutely disgusting. Only he had like 15 seconds to plant. That would have been incredible. That would have actually been incredible. But regardless, that round is sadly going to go to RCTIC. I think Downey deserved that ace, to be honest. What an incredible 4K. I have absolutely nothing to say after that. That was just out of this world.
Look at me.
I'm shaking. Downey, incredible play. But we're going to see some aggression towards B. Downey going to pick up that first headshot that you wanted last round. 7 and Sagatron both chiming in with 1 each. And only 3 pistols left on Torpedo as they drop Downey, obviously their rifle player, over towards B. And they are going to secure both those rifles there on the T side, but RCTIC still have the man advantage here going into this round, so they've got to try and pick up something from this at least, and it doesn't look possible right now. 1 minute left on the clock. but they've got to hurry up and find an opening if they want to have any chance of coming back into this round. And RCTIC wants to give them this kind of opening. Sagotron's going to be boosted up towards vent, so this is good in terms of he can drop down and just do some serious damage here. And he'll throw out that pop flash, peeking with it. Oh, look at that peek though, decent. Will drop for the terrorist side, and now even bigger advantage for RCTIC.
And they seem to adapt to that very, very defensive play style nowadays, these rounds, because they know that Torpedo, every single time that we've been pushing them, every single time we've been going for info, they've always been around the walls, and it's really dangerous for us to do those kind of things. And if we do get that first entry offensively, sure, but then just back off and know that, after all, Torpedo's got one less of a chance of surviving as they push into this side either way. And they actually exploit that to the maximum. I like that. Mali.
Sagotron's position there. Very, very funny. He doesn't actually tag out the second person. Mali will get the trade, but he does get finished off by 7 there. That was really funny, but Sagotron just sitting in the corner just waiting for the peak. But regardless, Torpedo going to have to eco this one out, sadly, as they can't go for any kind of force buy at the moment. Wouldn't really make too much sense. But they are, of course, 3-2 up. RCTIC should be able to equalise this into a 3-3. Then Torpedo will be up on their buy round, of course.
And it's funny to talk about how actually RCTIC, they have so much money now. They can even invest in all those death kits and everything, and all the full nades and full headshot or head armor kit and everything. So they have a lot of money to play around with, and they lose so much just by buying to these pistols. Or, what I'm saying, it's waste of money to just rush in when you know that you're facing pistols, especially with this heavy equipment. Now Downey's coming from a very good angle. I thought that was something, but 7 destroyed my world a little bit right there. Adder, Glock 18 is going to go down as well. And RCTIC are playing phenomenal. I'm going to tell you right now, they're playing a phenomenal play. Obviously, not in this round, but in the earlier rounds that we just saw, they've been playing absolutely incredible against Torpedo. Now, obviously, in this round, we were talking, if you invest so much money into nades, into armor, into, equipment overall, you can't just rush a pistol round like that. You can't just rush into them because you're allowing them to get too many kills with those pistols. They don't earn too much, but they deal so much economical damage, and playing the CT side is so expensive that is just not simply worth it.
Yeah. Now, look at this aggression of RCTIC. They sent 3 players up towards B, and this is absolutely perfect. I don't think Torpedo are going to have a clue what's happening. 2 of them actually committing to this push. Twister and Sagotron all the way pushed around, but Downey's going to hold it down. Perfect play. Sadly, they don't push together, so Darty also chiming in, taking out Saw, but they don't realise Sagotron's actually all the way pushed up, and Downey is going to get caught off guard. He will go down to Sagotron there, and now it's back down to a 3-on-3. So, although a nice try of Downey of holding down the push, he sadly gets taken out from a bit of an aggressive position. But Atta, he's just already on the site. Sagotron doesn't even realise he's going to finish him off there, and 7 and Zori are the last 2 alive, already on this retake as they've taken control of the B bomb site. And Zori is going to be the last one alive as 7 goes down very fast, and he will check that shot really decent lands that. And I honestly think Torpedo wouldn't come out that round. After I saw that triple push towards B, I thought RCTIC had that in the bag, but no, Torpedo used their raw skill, come out on top of it, 4-3 now. But yeah,
they had no info of Adder being on that side. Sagotron just went down easily to him. That's the anti-rotate that they needed, pretty much.
Very good play by Atta.
Sneaking into that side. Look at the stats. It's very fair, though. I mean, look at both of these teams. The only one who hasn't really been stepping up is Mallet. But there he goes. X7, just as I mentioned, it goes in for that first kill.
Oh, that burning alive onto Twister. Darty's going to get that kill, though, instead. Saw will finish off Darty over in mid, and Sagotron's actually grabbed that rifle there for him, so that's a good grab, at least for the CT. Should probably go and save that. No real point to challenge it, so I think exit's going to be the best decision here from the CTs. You can see Zori's already set himself up for that, but Sagotron looks like he wants to commit to this retake. I'm not sure this is a great idea, despite, only having 1 less man. They have no equipment to commit to this. Yep, he's going to back off. That's a good play here. Saw and Zori need to try and get something on the exit, though.
Take a look at the money. Yeah, saving that AK is going to be very, very profitable for them. That's pretty much what they need.
Yeah, they still won't be able to buy next round unless they go for some kind of force. They could get some quasi in there, but Saw...
That would be if they drop for Twist, I guess. Okay, what? Adder got him? Was that? That's on lower. And Downey goes... Downey's going to...
Just Saw, look at his position though. Oh, that one tap. He's going to try and pick up a double lantern as well.
God.
Oh, Saw! Triple kill. Look at those P2000 shots. Decent's 1 HP as well. 1 more bullet would have finished off all 4 of those Torpedo players. That was absolutely out of this world. Saw, phenomenal play. This is today. What is today? What is today? What is happening?
Is this real life?
Is this real life?
Touch me. Oh my god, that sounded so wrong.
Yeah.
Ayo.
What was that? Saw. So we see Downey get 4 headshots, and then Saw pick up a triple headshot with a B2K. This is nuts. But either way, aggression up into A main from Arctic Esports. They need to hurry up and pick up a round, otherwise they will be on eco once again. They're gonna go. Actually, they saved that rifle, so they can afford to buy up this round. It's a fairly weak buy, not full nades on all the players at least, but could be a whole lot worse here for the CTs. They've got enough to kind of pull themselves out of this round and win it.
Ooh. Sagraton's just playing very, very closely to that wall. If he starts stepping, Adder is going to go for that spray. I'm pretty sure it's going to do it. Yeah, there's already good sprays right there. AWP on Malo. I feel like they don't really utilize their positions to the fullest here. I feel like Torpedo could go really, really offensive with Mally right there. But now that X7 is close, just as I mentioned it, as he gets closer, it's going to get a bit harder,
Ooh,
obviously. But Adder, nah, it doesn't matter. What's going on? Decent and Adder just finishing off Saw and 7 in mid. Could get another one as they push up into Archway to Highway. Make that another one as Storage falls down. 2-on-5 situation. And Sagraton, together with Twista, they need to play this together, both being on separate parts of this map. Twista left alone with only a def kit on that AK-47. Since he is playing on the CT side, a save is probably most optimal. And once again, they've got the losing bonus.
Yeah.
So
I swear to God, with every entry, Torpedo just go. They pick up an entry, and then Decent just goes, and another one, and they just go all DJ Khaled on it, and just pick up kill after kill after kill after kill. Torpedo with their entries are on fire, as they are usually. Like, it's just incredible.
Well. Yeah, that nade. Adder just lands that perfectly. Well, looking at what they got now, Torpedo's got, their good play going. They've got that momentum. Arctic, what they probably should be focusing on here is trying to get the eco stable between both of these teams right now, because if Torpedo starts going on a run with the money, it's going to get really hard to get back from this for Arctic.
Yeah, definitely so. Seven. Gonna get a bit aggressive on B. Arctic like to do this. They like to push up on B. It's working quite well for them. Seven's gonna land that shot onto Decent there. So back down to a 4-on-4, and they don't realise that Twister's the one peeking here. So I don't think they realise that Seven has pushed all the way up into Toxic here. But Downey is going to be spotting it out. He's taking that guess at least. Molotov's going to go deep in, and Darty won't allow him to escape there. Saga going to take down Atta. Zori and Saga are going to be last two alive. 2 versus 3 here, and Torpedo rotating their players back towards the A site.
Look at this 3-on-2 situation, and there could be a weapon picked up. Yeah, Storage picks up that AWP, or the AK-47, and Sagraton does as well, so this is not impossible if they hit these heads. Well, the flashbang is coming right at Sagraton. He's going to try and hit those shots pretty well, and they actually do that together as Norwegian is inside of main. Now, they did expose their positions, and that Molotov is going to buy so much time for Torpedo. This is just great play coming up by them. Look at Sagraton's position, though.
Spotted out through the smoke. Sagatron could actually do this, but I think the save is going to be the best idea then.
Yeah, the time's already been taken, and he doesn't have a def kit either. Together with that armor, potentially this would be doable, but since he doesn't have any armor, doesn't have anything to work with, an AK save is probably something you want to go ahead and do. And definitely with the money situation that is going on right now, Arctic has to start building bank in. Not from loss bonuses, but also from winning these rounds. As soon as Torpedo, look at Torpedo's money, it just starts building up. If we could take a look at the graphs at the money situation, that would be great. And look at the money, cash amount. If you look at the shadows behind these player thingies, you can see that there's always been a slight advantage for the T side so far, except from the 7th, 8th, and the 9th round. But those were rounds that still were won by Torpedo, and that's only because Arctic they're trying so hard to demolish the economical situation of the enemies. Ooh, that's a nice smoke.
The 4 players outside A actually make that 5 now. Decent, looking like who wants to boost up Mally, and I think they're just going to boost up Decent and Mally as well. So double boost up and towards mid for Torpedo, and Sorry, pushing aggressive up into A mains, getting a bit of information at least. Mally, meanwhile, taking out Twister over in mid, so that's a nice opening kill for Torpedo here, and this T side is looking good for them indeed. Basort still left to challenge. Mally Still hasn't found the angle quite just yet. Saw not over peeking this too much. Good play from RCTIC and just waiting for the aggression of the terrorists. And Mali's just going to jump straight out into mid. Saw surely spotted there. Finding gives away his position with a gunshot there, and he's going to be ready for the push. Decent peeking out first. Saw has to back off. He knows more than one player are going to be pushing towards A here. Pops out a fake flash, and Torpedo still relentlessly pushing up. But look at this flank from Sagatron. He's got all the way round into mid main, and although they are going towards a B site, he's got so much information. He can call this rotate. You can see Saw has rotated.
Is he gonna be caught? Yeah, he's gonna. No, he wasn't caught. He's inside of team main. They've got one chasing him. That's Downey coming up from behind, and he does get that kill eventually.
Oh, 7. He picks up a double kill. He's on the back of the site. They haven't finished him off. He's picked up a triple, and now Zori is the last one alive. 7. I was just out of absolutely nowhere. Picks up 3 kills and holds onto the site very well. But 20 seconds left, and the bomb is going to go down. And Zori has to retake this 1 versus 2 with only an AWP, and he's just going to run straight into the site. Absolutely no bars held, and he's just going to push all the way to the back of the site. He knows where Darty is. Darty spots him out. He misses that first shot. Still trying to find him. Oh, it does land him just through the flames of the Molotov, and there's still one more to find. That's going to be Downey, but the Molotov on Downey is going to mean Zori is going to have a very tough time to land this at all. He taps the bomb, waits for the peek, and Downey gets ready to peek with it. He will just fake peek there, and oh, Zori, 1 versus 2. He lands the shot onto Downey, and the Molotov doesn't work in the favour of Downey. RCTIC taking a 4th round on the board, and Torpedo, complete deficit for them. That was incredible. That 1 versus 2.
The funny thing is, I thought I saw another Molotov lying on the ground next to him. So if he just used his Molotov early enough, he could have picked up another one and used that one. You know, tossed that over to the bomb as well. Jesus.
That's so unlucky, though.
It's really unlucky.
Regardless, Torpedo still got the booming economy, like the Americans in the 20s? With the Wall Street? I don't know. I can't remember history. DCSC didn't teach me much, but regardless, Torpedo are going to be high on the cash, and they're going to pick up the first kill. Saw already going down. He only had a CZ, so it's not too much. And 7 pushing aggressively into Squeaky. Doesn't realise there's still a player holding off here. That's going to be Atta, just waiting for them to get over aggressive. But instead, he's just going to back off now. So good play from him, and a nade to follow up will do a lot of damage onto Sagatron as well.
Adder here with the AK-47. Twista, Sorij. Yeah, these very early peaks are important for the CT side to equalize with, especially when Saw's already gone down. Downey is one of the key players for the enemy teams that they're actually facing right now. So it's very smart of them to at least go in for those replies. It doesn't really matter who it is, but Downey specifically this time is probably a key player that they want to get rid of very, very quickly. Decent and Darty goes down, and there you have Adder going in for a reply through Squeaky actually, and the A side looks pretty taken by them, to be honest, and it's all on RCTIC, and they have to play this together to get in, obviously. Now, it's all on timing here, and Twista is coming up from an angle that is going to be very unexpected. Goes there for that kill. Adder is actually a free kill for him right there, and 7 ain't a problem for him to just toss another frag in the pocket of himself and, make sure that's a kill. So 5-7, Torpedo at this stage just pretty much reset, I gotta say. And this is what we were talking about earlier as well, is that RCTIC, they cannot allow, and we said this several times, that RCTIC cannot allow Torpedo to go on this run when it comes to the money. In just 2 rounds, RCTIC managed to, take Torpedo back to beneath 3K. So, very skilled play. And I think those 3 rounds that I was talking about, the 7th, 8th, and the 9th, were really important. Those were key rounds to actually get that economy established.
Yeah, Torpedo have got a bit of a force buy coming out. 1 rifle on Downey, rest of them just stuck with these Deagles and these Tech 9s, and Sagatron, good positions, going to pick up that first frag as they file off into the A site, drop to Molly as well. They're going to just be rushing straight out. Twister will hold them down though, and he's still going to get a double kill onto Decent and Darty. Still no trade coming out. Mali's pushed all the way up in this 1 versus 5. He will spot out Zori. So much damage, but the AWP will survive as Saw finishes off that final kill. And RCTIC take a 6th round, so somehow they've turned this around, as you said. They've picked up the last 3 in a row, and Torpedo were looking very, very good in a 7-4 scoreline, but now they're coming back.
And if you take a look at the money, at the graphs again here, cash amount. No, you press cash amount. Yeah, it's on the big TV now. There it is. Those, you see the 8, 9, 10? They won those rounds, but still the CTs buried them down, and they actually went plus on the 10th round either way because of that plan, and thanks to the fact that they saved.
Yeah.
So they've always got a good economical understanding of how they want to meet Torpedo, which is really, really good. And this is something we don't see in a lot of, at least tier 3 and lower teams. So, Sagerton, what was that? Nay, Decent just went down early into that. Sagerton with another one down. He fell down one by one by one. There's nothing that they can do. They're just being demolished right here. Obviously, not the best round for them to meet RCTIC on. Obviously, now this is going to be a bit heavier knowing that, you know, it's after all the last round of the first half. We might want to save ourselves for this. And, yeah. Looking at it from RCTIC's perspective, they've got enough money to play around with. They could even buy a double upset up here. They don't, because I think they're fairly confident that they don't need another long-range player. Surige has been doing very, very well with that AWP, and if they need a secondary opera, there's always one there, and I think that's Twista who might be able to pick that up if there's anything. Now, Surige goes in for Mali right there. Good reply coming up after Mali gets the kill on Sagerton. Offensive play coming up into main. Adder tries to get something going through this wall, but ain't really hitting the shots all straight. 4-on-4 situation, and it is well equalized. Torpedo has a fair chance of actually getting into this ace side if they want to do it now, but there's only a slight chance if they do it now because the rotations are going to come in eventually, and as soon as they hear these steps, Saw.
Saw, he's going to have so much chance to do something massive. He peeks in through main, he gets the first one, but there's still 3 more to find, and oh, he goes down instantly to Atta. He had so much potential there, sadly. This is why I use the M4. We ran out of ammo too fast. But 7 and Zori are the last 2 to survive, and Torpedo pushing onto the B side. It's all going to be down to 7. I think if he plays it super passively and allows him to get close before finishing them off with these close range AK1 taps, he can seriously take this round here for the CTs. But he's going to have to do something massive. He gets the first one to Downey. That's pretty big, but there's still 2 more to find. He peeks out. We're almost running out of ammo. But he grabs the second one as well. Oh dear, he goes down in the end to Darty.
Oh my god, Darty hurt.
Just Zori running through the smoke. He hasn't realised he's pushed all the way onto the site. Zori could do some serious damage. He's just waiting for the bomb plant. This is perfect play. And Darty is just moving around the box, waiting for Zori. And oh, they spot each other out. Zori's going to find the head. He pops down a Molotov. He's still got a nade as well to work with, and that's going to force Darty out of position. But Zori, oh, he lands it. 8 to 7 with the Tech 9 there. Great play from Zori.
For so long.
Yeah, just playing that so clever. He's hiding behind the box. You've got to give it to Darty though as well. He didn't go for the preemptive plant. If he planted too early there, it would have gone down so easy. Just waiting for the peak, and obviously he had 30 seconds to play with.
Make that easy for him.
There's not much you can account for when a player sneaks through the smoke.
Is that Sorre? Do you think it's Sorre? Maybe. I don't know because his Finnish.
I'm just going to call it Zori.
Sorry.
I can't speak Swedish.
It's not Swedish. It's Finnish.
Oh, Finnish.
So I don't know either.
Shush. I knew that. This is an interesting boost over to B. If Decent gets aggressive, this could be fun. Saw that. Just waiting for the push over into A main. A bit of aggression coming out from the CTs, but not too much information gathered. At least no A main rush I can call. I guess that's the only thing. But RCTIC 8-7 up. Torpedo with a very strong T side. Now all they've got to do is not choke as they did on train, and pick up a few CT rounds will be nice as well. But still, both teams doing very well. An 8-7 scoreline I think is very equal. Maybe a bit in the favour of RCTIC, but of course they did have the CT side, which is a little more favoured, I guess, on this map.
Well, RCTIC is doing the exact same thing Torpedo did on their pistol round. They're just walking around, seeing, looking at the venue. But they're looking at what Torpedo might be doing, how offensive they are, and what risks they're going to be taking. Waiting for the risk to be taken, pretty much, for Torpedo. But here we go.
We take a site.
Yeah. And here we go. Twista. Block 18 coming up towards Highway. Darty is here behind the smoke. He gets a lot of info just by hearing these shots coming through. That AG lands perfectly for him. He comes through, goes in for one, but misses every single bullet. Sagerton and Twista just makes those kills happen. Adder with the USP together with a mate being Downey from car, going to be trying to hit those long-range shots, but it's going to be hard. Saw is just behind that truck, and it's buying so much time for them to get that plant down. The smoke as well is very, very important because look at this. They block so much vision from Torpedo to get here and so much info for them to get at all. 3-on-3 situations. Still, RCTIC's got a good, and this is something we talked about, open venues, post-plant positions. RCTIC's got this under control as long as they're communicating. Now, Surige is going to go down. They had the instant reply by Sagerton, who's inside a quad, but he's going to be very stuck there if Downey actually gets the kill on main first, but that ain't happening. Sagerton is going to be able to get the kill, and Downey falls down. And look at that. It's just 3 kills. 3 kills from Sagerton, just like that. Easy as a pie, it looks like, but...
Yeah, pretty much. And RCTIC are going to take that pistol there. So up to 9 rounds, and look at this SMG buy. This is really fun. 3 at 10 to UMP45, and then Sagerton up with that AK-47. Obviously having a lot of money to buy with that round. Still Molotovs as well. He's full ball. He got lots of kills in the pistol there, and Torpedo are going to be going for the full spy. All players just going all out with these pistols and Nade as well on Downey and Decent. Still no kit on the CT side, but I don't think they're really going to need it as RCTIC just runs straight into B, and it seems like it's just going to be a cleanup here from the CTs. But they missed one player. One player's over towards B main. That's Darty though. He does go down. And oh no, sorry, Downey. He's still alive over towards B main. He's just waiting for them to come back out. But so much potential in that position. They're already going to be on the site. The bomb will be planted as well as Mali takes down Saw. So 3 versus 4 here, holding down this site. And oh, Mali, great shot. Will pick up Zorage, but Cyclotron getting the quick reply. And now Downey and Atto are going to be the last two alive. Make that just Atto as Downey drops over in secret. In checkers. And Atto in a 1 versus 3. We've seen him do great things for the Deagle on train, but whether that's going to transfer over to Cash, who knows? I think he's just going to be playing for these exits here. Obviously, no.
Last time it was only 2 headshots, so 2 headshots.
He wouldn't get 3, he'd only get 2. But Cyclotron's going to land that kill onto Atto, and RCTIC will take double digits now, 10-7, and these SMGs are going to be great against Torpedo's full eco now.
Yeah, RCTIC are going to be exploiting this. Look at that. They've got the MAC-10, they've got the UMP. They know that they can make a lot of money off of this. And I don't know, money situation on the second half really so far has just been in favor of RCTIC, and it looks like, you know, they want every single round so far, so it speaks for itself. Now, if Torpedo gets something going here, and if they start coming back from this, then they need to take money, they got to take control of that money situation early. But look at this, the push from behind, no Torpedo. They have a good chance here, unless Sagerton denies them to have that. They get Sagerton eventually. Mali with the kill, headshot on him, and Saw and the gang are getting into the side.
Oh, but Atto chimes in with his Deagle. He picks off Saw, and this could be doable. Atto, he picks up a double kill with a Deagle. That's 2 headshots. Instantly picks up a 3rd, and it's all down to 7 now. 1 versus 3, and Atto has completely turned that round again around. He's just a god with a Deagle. Atto is an absolute god. But 7 has to do something pretty incredible to bring it back. He does pick up 1. That's onto Mali, but of course no armor on Torpedo means, hey, you need to play it very carefully. This SMG is going to be great to take down the remaining 2 players, and the Molotov is going to go out on short, so Decent's held back for a few more seconds there. He does spot him out as Decent runs straight through the molly. He's got to have support from Downey right now, but he doesn't realise that he's actually spotted him out. So much damage. Downey has to hurry up and peek, but he's not going to do so. Finally peeks out a squeaky door, and 7 goes down. Downey gets him through the door, and Torpedo, they take the round. Props to Atto, though. That was absolutely incredible.
I like the double play that they had there. Downey and Decent. There was, like, even if Downey was the one to be spotted out first and Sada Squeaky, they'd always have a reply fragger. That's something that we were talking about as well. Is that, you know, Torpedo, after all, they always have that reply fragger. They always play as a unit, and I really like that. They communicate so well.
Yeah. Who was that on short that got tagged solo? Was it Darty or Downey?
Yeah. Wasn't it?
I can't remember, but whoever it was, if he went down, you know, that round should have completely been to 7, but very good play. No, Downey was at the door. Very good play to Downey to finish him off there. Just through the edge of the door. And wow, Atto, every time he picks up a Deagle, why is he even using rifles? Atto, listen, if you're listening to this, Atto, why would you use a rifle when you can Deagle like that? That's just incredible. And anyway, the A-push is going to come out on top of the site. 7 picks up the first kill. Darty, Downey, and Decent are going to all pick up kills as well to hold down this site. And only 2 players remain for RCTIC. This could be the round. This could be the start of the round, start of the game for Torpedo in terms of coming back. They could definitely do it thanks to that eco there coming out on top, and now Saw dropping down towards mid, doesn't spot Downey to his close left, and he's so low HP here on him, but Sagatron is on the other side of the map. Oh, look at that. He knows he's there, he knows he's up in vents, and he's just going to push up towards the remaining 4 players. 50 seconds left on the clock though, and he's going to be coming out through checkers here. Hot spots out Downey, that's going to be the first frag, doesn't realise there's still a player up inside of the B site. Spots out that second one. Decent's also going to go down. This could be doable. It's definitely not out of the realms of possibility with this armor, and he's still got plenty of nades to work with too. Look at this. Go down, and Darty is going to be coming in from checkers. He doesn't realise that no one's over towards CT spawn, and he's going to be holding it off. He needs to hurry up and check B main. He finally does do so. Mali will spot him out though. He's just waiting for someone to peek him from CT, and he doesn't realise. Both pushing out of checkers. He finds the first one to Mali. There's still one more. Darty, he's getting onto the site. He's going to get onto the bomb very shortly though, and he's actually sticking it. Darty's going to commit to this bomb defusal. 1 second left, and he gets it.
Happen.
Darty, look at that clutch. Picks up that defuse, and Torpedo will gather another round.
Sagerton, Jesus Christ, he survived that. But hey,
I don't know how he got that defuse.
That just shouldn't happen. Just doesn't happen every day.
No.
Just doesn't happen every day. But it is what it is. And 10-9 is what we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Looking into the deeper parts of this game. Now, Torpedo, and we were talking about this, if they could actually flip over the money for the second half and actually get full control over that, RCTIC stand no chance. They just stand no chance unless they damage their economical situation very, very bad. but I highly doubt it. Playing the T side, it's going to be a bit harder. You can't go in for those saves, for example, you know,
Yeah.
all these things. So we'll see how this goes. And Downey here with the A4 inside of the B side, trying to make some noise, try to scare Arctic off of this, and they do. I mean, Arctic actually backs off over to middle, but I think this is part of the plan, actually, coming up through middle, because there's no one here. It looks pretty much clean, except from our short, but...
Two of the players already on
Yeah.
Arctic are sub 5
Oh my God.
HP, 3 and 2, and if they go for this wallbang now, this could be pretty detrimental. Meanwhile, Sagratron will find one in mid, but there's still one more to get that refrag, and yeah, so all of the players are low really at this point, apart from Downey, Decent, and Zorage.
Look at 9.
Everyone is
Look at
just so
Adder's
low.
position. Look at Adder's position. My
He's
God.
flanked all the... What's wrong with that position?
No, was
Is
it
it
Adder? No, it's Downey. It was Downey.
Ah.
Yeah, Downey from behind 9.
You're confusing me there. I was like, Attas is CT Sport.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But Torpedo, they brought this back very well, in fact. They picked up the last 3 in a row, and they've equalised this back from 7-10 to 10-10, and very impressive indeed.
I've got pretty much no words for what's going on right now. This is just Torpedo coming back from an absolute game that in the end, Arctic kind of convinced me to think that, they might maybe make something out of this, but hey, we'll see how it continues. Now, still, it ain't over, and Arctic can definitely make something out of the money that they're going to get in the future rounds. Now, in this one, it's going to look really, really dark for them.
Ooh, Mali, so much damage through the smoke there onto Sagratron, down to 27 HP here, and Torpedo, they've got all the equipment to work with Arctic. However, they've got these Deagles, and we've been seeing how these Deagles have been going in the last couple of maps, mainly on Atta, but 7 has also been doing some work with his Deagles, so I definitely wouldn't count him out for the possibility of an ace. Always possible.
I still want to be optimistic on what Arctic can do here.
Yeah.
There's several chances and several sets of strats that might work against Torpedo here, but that is only, and I feel like Arctic, as soon as they push as a unit to get out through a side, for example, A main being a very good example, and they get those post plant positions out, it usually works against Torpedo. Now, Torpedo's been wiping them pretty much every single round from each and every site they've been through. So finding a new way to hold it down is probably most optimal, and saving those nades is going to be important as well. Now, Adder is going to be finishing off with a kill on X7, I think that is, in Surij, as they go in for a couple of frags here and there. Yeah, this is just going to be a stomp in this round. Not much that they can do.
Yeah, 11 rounds to Torpedo now, and Arctic will be able to go for this buy. So this is a very important round, obviously 11-10. The losing team will be, well, if it's Arctic, forced into eco, and if it's Torpedo, they will be able to buy up, I think, once more. Maybe if they save some rifles, possibly. It's going to be difficult. At least, if Torpedo loses one, they'll be on eco as well. So loser of this round will be straight on eco, unless Arctic, of course, lose it and get a bomb plant. They'll just have enough to buy. It's all going to depend on who wins this round and who controls the economy for the rest of the game, pretty much. It's very likely the winner of this round will take the whole map.
Now,
It seems to be the way. When you reach a 10-10, 11-10 scoreline, and you get down to both teams have low money, and you're both on a way around, it's very important. It's pretty much the last chance you have to stay in this game. So a lot of pressure is on this round.
yeah, they play this very safe. They know that is the case as well. I mean, you're looking at Arctic on the C side this time. They know that we can't just push out and try to get info. We need to make sure that we are going to get these kills as we push out. Whether it's on replies or not, we need to make sure that it's a safe area to push through. And Torpedo here, they're not going to let down too much here. The only one that really is holding this down on middle is Darty right now with the A4, and he's going to get support if he needs it, but it's going to take its time for his mates to get there. The smokes are coming down, so it's indicating that Arctic actually is around the area and that they're willing to push through. Torpedo knows this by now, and they have the info. Now Saw still very, very slowly going in for this peak, and they do get that info. Adder instantly turns over to see if he can get that kill and reach a kill, but they don't. Saw in 7, they go in for both Adder and Darty. Mallet falls down as well to Sarij, which is really, really important. Downey and Decent are left alone here in a 2-on-4 situation. If they can't get 1 or 2 now, it's going to be too late when the bomb is planted, and it already is, actually. So look at that. 7 with a kill on Downey and a 1-on-4 situation. He's playing the CT side after all, so going in for a save, it's not going to make him lose too much. Obviously, they will be reset here. This is the point where they're going to be reset. And Arctic, winning this round, is actually going to be able to start building money and building bank off of this.
Yeah,
if
well,
they continue winning, obviously.
Not so much reset. They just lost a round. Obviously, if they win the
Yeah.
next one, Arctic will be
Yeah.
reset, but they haven't been reset. They just finally lost a round. But yeah, they will be on even
Money,
because
yeah.
they're back down to
The first
the
loss.
bonus. Just getting that save in there. Arctic won't be challenging it too much. Obviously, neither team has a substantial amount of money right now.
Looking at the money, if we take a look at the 18th to 17th round right there, not much happening. Obviously, the first rounds, but then it's been pretty much the same for both of these teams, except for on the 21st round where we saw Torpedo actually win that round, but still lost all their money. Funny enough.
Yeah.
So 11 to 11.
The Arctic's actually got a P90 here. I've seen him use this before. He can be quite effective with it. It's always fun to see a P90 because everyone, it's a bit of a kind of everyone's like a noob gun. It's got a lot of stigma around it, but it's actually a really useful weapon at times. And at the end of the day, it's in the game, so use it. If it's legal and it's in the game, I don't see any issue with it. 11. This is just so key right now. Torpedo. Only just forced together this bite. Actually, not going to the eco that we assumed. They've actually got a fair amount of money thanks to that save. Otherwise, they would of course have a pistol on one of the players. But just map control being gathered by Arctic. They're not pushing too aggressively towards anything just yet. Holding off and waiting for Torpedo to do some kind of mistakes, which isn't Torpedo's kind of realm. They don't seem to get aggressive on the CT side, and I think this is a prime example. I think getting aggressive right here would be a terrible, terrible decision. So Torpedo are playing it by the books in not doing so. Still plenty of nades here on the CT side as well. On the T side, they've got molotovs, especially with these afterplants, are going to be really useful, and for pushing out into a site also going to be helpful.
Not wasting them too early is a key point in actually winning rounds for this team, and all comes down to Darty here. If you can go in for a 1, for a 2, for a 3 maybe. Yeah, he goes down to Sagerton as he's coming up from upper boost on middle. X7 with the AK-47 is going to try to go in for the kill on the B side. That's decent. There might be a reply, but no, it ain't happening. Decent with low amounts of HP. Goes in for a third. What is that, Decent? You've got to be kidding me. Sagerton with the AK-47, and it's a...
Oh, no, Decent. He didn't need to peek. He only had 3 seconds left on the clock. He hit... Oh, that's so unlucky. 7 seconds left on the clock, and he could have just jumped down and hit in headshot. He could have won that round. So close, though. Although I do understand your Secatron probably would have been on the site by then, but it was a very risky play going for that peak. But regardless, Arctic are going to take it just by the second there. Really, really unlucky. It's hard to make an elected decision because you don't know what Secatron would have done. You could have just said, "Oh yeah, but Secatron would have killed him anyway, even if he hit."
Yeah,
so
no.
It's hard to make the right judgment call in that situation. So I understand why Decent peaked. However, obviously you're always going to critique it and say it's going to be better. But now, obviously, Torpedo are down on the Seco, and this is going to allow Arctic to pick up a single round pretty much for free, unless Torpedo do something crazy. Attic's got this deagle though, so you can't count them out just now.
Torpedo, yeah, there's not much to lose here, really. Going offensive, what I do as Torpedo right now would be experimenting around with this round, seeing how the enemies are standing behind the walls of this map, to, eventually just get a good read. Then again, it might be like walking ADM machines. You might actually face into some SMGs, but in this scenario, obviously they don't know this, but Arctic, they wouldn't buy SMGs when they've already got AKs from the last round.
Yeah.
So they're not taking too much of a risk by doing so. Downey will be going down early into that as he goes in for a very, very risky peek. Saw will be going in for Mali as well. Adder trying to make something happen with that deagle. We've seen it before. This time around, though, decides to back off and actually goes down to Sagerton as he peeks from Squeaky. Decent's left alone with a P250 coming from middle. And he goes down as well to X7. I think X7 was in T... Was that? Was he in middle or was he in T main all the time?
I think he was in middle.
Okay.
But Arctic taking 13 with a flawless round, and Torpedo are going to be on their potentially last buy round, or last full buy round, really. Oh no, of course, if they lose this one, then they'll be able to buy up for the final one. So if they lose this, sorry, in the next, they'll be able to buy up for the final. But it's getting very, very close to the bone right now. Torpedo needs to take this round, otherwise it's going to be going in the favour of Arctic. As I predicted as well, I thought Arctic would take this, and although it's been very, very close, who knows really? It all depends on this round again. Much as it depended on the 11-10 scoreline, it now depends on the 13-11 scoreline. This is going to, obviously they can't force Arctic into eco right now, but it will definitely force Torpedo into eco, which will pretty much get the map to Arctic.
Torpedo Torpedo are just playing this very, very safe again. Now, they have not got the full nade kit. They haven't got the head armor not needed at all. So I like that investment. And now there's only one def kit, and that's on Decent. And these def kits can really make a difference at the end of the day. If you miss out on one of them, it can be all over. You might just be wiped. So we'll see here. RCTIC. And, Torpedo knows this. They know that they need to play safe here. They know that whatever happens, just don't push, don't go offensive, because that's exactly what RCTIC is looking for here. Twisted trying to make something happen through that smoke, misses out on a couple of shots, and Darty trying to go a bit offensive right there, decides to back off as soon as he realizes that, yeah, there might not only just be one here, there might be more. And I really like this. They really think of what consequences every single move they make might have now.
Now, pushing aggressively towards mid, establishing the control. Torpedo just holding down decent over on the B site, is going to pick up the first kill. That's 7 dropping, so Torpedo already with an advantage now, and they're going to be picking out his in mid as well. Zorich is already down to 24 HP. Darty done so much damage, and Mali, where is he in the smoke? He's over towards short, just waiting at him. Meanwhile, we'll take out Twister, and the A push is actually underway. We're going to see Sagatron push all the way up, but Mali actually spots him out, and now Zorich also going down to decent, and that will be the round to Torpedo. So very key, always lying on that round, and they did manage to take it. So 12 to 13, and RCTIC are going to be on a bye once again, of course.
This time, not if they drop to X7 here, they will be able to have nades, and that's exactly what they do. So Reach drops to 7 to make sure they get these nades, and those are really, really important in this round. In this scenario as well, if they win this round, not only do they reset Torpedo, if I'm not mistaken here, they do, but they're going to have a bigger chance to win this entire game.
Yeah.
So this is the most important round if RCTIC wants to finish.
Yeah, surely it's pretty much guaranteed if RCTIC win this round, because obviously the reset is just horrible. This late this later in the game, of course. Just choking these words.
It's like that when you get nervous. I understand you, bro.
I'm not nervous. I'm nervous for Torpedo. They need to win this round. I'm not a fanboy, kinda. No. I think
we've both worked.
I think RCTIC are more likely to win it. I think at this point they're leading it. They've got a really good economy over Torpedo, of course. If they lose this round, they'll be able to build up a bit of a loss bonus. But of course, it could go either way. Obviously, decent receives some damage to B site. He's going to be the first to drop down to 40 HP as 7 gets a bit of a tag. Pop Flash does go out, won't manage to blind anyone just yet, and we do see RCTIC heading the bomb over towards the B site as well. 3 players over still towards mid, so they can drop them in through vent if need be, but Torpedo just holding this off. Here we go, here comes the first push. Sagatron out into mid. He does take that kill onto Darty. This is key. Now, Decent has to hurry up and get that refrag. He does do so. He almost picks up the double. The Sword's going to trade him out there. Now that per 3 on 4 and Downey. Meanwhile, making work on the B side. He does a double, but Zorich is going to be there for the fast trade. Now we're back down to a 2 on 2 here. Mali and Atta, last 2 alive for the CT side versus Zorich and Saw. And the flashes and smokes are going to be going down, but the site should be gained by RCTIC. 10 seconds left on the clock. They need to hurry up and get this plant down. Saw is going to try and commit to this. If he gets a main plant, this is going to be perfect. There's no way that Torpedo should be able to retake this. This plant is completely in favour of Zorich, and he should just be able to fake peek until the round goes to them. The Torpedo will have to pull up a miracle if they want to take this round, and both players have to survive this retake here. Saw is going to be on the site, though. He's going to plant on the first player. Atta going down. Mali last alive. 2 players to find, and Saw is going to land that. So RCTIC taking another on the board, and this is looking very, very dire for Torpedo. 14 to 12.
Yeah. This ain't looking like a good game so far, I've got to say. This ain't looking like a good game so far.
It's looking like a great game.
Good half, pardon me.
Oh,
good half.
This is looking like a great game. It's so close.
Yeah.
It's just going back and forth.
But
and that's the issue.
The money situation.
As we mentioned, Torpedo have been reset. The economy's been completely reset. Atta is the only one with the rifle, and the rest of them is just stuck on these pistols here. So RCTIC lose a round. Yeah, that's unlucky, but they bring it back with a win, and they just trash Torpedo's economy, which is really, really unlucky for the Swedes.
Yeah, pardon me for that. Yeah, I meant the half, obviously. But, it's been for Torpedo because they've been reset for so many times. Not necessarily money-wise, but also on the bonus. And that's the problem here. That's the issue. RCTIC, they like to actually crack down as much as possible on their enemy's economical situation. It's incredible.
You know what I think, though? I think Atta should drop this rifle, and he should take the deagle off Mali. There's no way Atta should be using a rifle. He's better with a deagle. He's insane. He's picked up, literally, more kills with deagles today than he has rifles. I'd honestly put money on that, I think.
You think so?
No.
Look at the stats.
I'm joking. But he is... Oh, God, he's got 25 frags.
Okay, no, that's not
no,
with the deagle.
I was joking, but he is absolutely nuts with the deagle. And with the rifle, as you can see by the scoreboard. But we are going to see RCTIC converge over towards mid. boosted a couple of players up as well. The bomb going up into A main, and they will be, seems like, splitting into the A site right now. 7 is going to be boosted, so he'll be able to catch any rotators from B, and Torpedo, they've got to hold this off. They are going to be playing for the retake. Only one player over towards back of A, and that's going to be Mali. He's going to push right in through the smoke. I think they spotted out though. First kill going to Zori. He's going to land the shot onto Mali, and the full rotation is coming out. Sagatron going to pick up a double kill. Arta, Darty, and Atta dropping, and Decent and Downey are the last two alive. Trying to retake this, and RCTIC should have this round in the bag with basically no challenge here from just these pistols, and this should be 15 to 12. I think a save would be the best decision here. If they can try and grab some rifles as well, and the exit would also be nice for the Swedes. But right now, this round is looking very, very finish to me. Do you get my joke there? Very finished.
Yeah.
Very finished. That was good.
Finish.
You're meant to laugh.
Finished.
Laugh.
Laugh. What?
You should laugh.
Should I laugh?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm happy with that.
Do the LMAO in the chat, guys. Support, please.
No.
You don't want support?
No.
You're not support. Okay. Well. Decent. With a C-set 75. He's gonna get 2, so that's good. That's really, really good for him. Picks up that AK-47, gets to save that, plus the money bonus that he gets from being on the CT side is very, very important. Now, if he does play this smart, he drops that AK-47, drops another rifle to teammate of his. Eventually, maybe even go with a scout on one of the players, but no, he wants to go for
You
those
want to know
nades.
what's funny?
What?
RCTIC have a 27% bet ratio on CSGO Lounge. 27%. And it's
People-
looking like they're
yeah.
about to 2-0. They might not, but it's looking like they're about to 2-0 Torpedo. That's incredible. Underdog. Reddit, someone make a when I'm RCTIC video. But Torpedo, regardless, are going to find that first frag. Decent landing that shot to 7, so that's a good advantage now for the CTs. If they can try and grab that rifle, they won't be able to do so. Darty's going to go down to Twister there, so already equalised by that aggressive CT play, and not going too well for Torpedo at the moment. Equalised into a 4-on-4, and Downey's already low onto 50 HP. He has got a Molotov though. And throwing that out towards the boost spot will be good. He will do exactly that, but no boost is going to be coming out. Just missing actually with that Molotov. Very, very close.
Well, 4-on-4 situation, and Torpedo hasn't. You know, at this stage, Torpedo, they don't have anything to work with to go offensive against these guys. So really, what they should be focusing on here is actually, instead of letting RCTIC get into these sites and play on the retakes, they should actually block them off as soon as they try to get into these sites. Because with the pistols, with the equipment that they've got, it's going to be impossible to make a retake even possible.
But the B push is going to be underway now. Decent,
Yeah.
the only one with the rifle, is going to be holding off. Sagatron lands that first one, but Decent instantly going down. That's got to be the chances for Torpedo to come out of this round pretty much dead. Atta has got to pull out his deagle again, and we've seen him. He comes up in these really key situations. He could do something. He's running right through the smoke. Pop flash coming in as well. He misses that first shot with a deagle, still trying to peek one out. He does finally land one onto Saw, going for the second, but Sagatron and Zori are going to shut them down. So that will be the game there. The best of 3 to RCTIC Esports, 16 to 12. And what's incredible about that is Sagatron dropped